Unbelievable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Franco are champions! Good up, Beech! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that!
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game and Frame broadcast coming to you live from the Sousa Sports Complex in Central Islip. My name is Francis Argueta, and we have a big-time matchup in the round of 32 of the 2025 UPSL Fall National Playoffs. Representing New York as they have time and time again, it is Coach Boris Linares, New York Renegades FC. They arrive here after defeating second-place New York Empire in the Northeast American North semis and first-place Braveheart in the final. Shockingly, both wins came with less than 11 men on the field. Junior Rosero had an eventful final as he scored the first goal, but also got sent off with a second yellow. Renegades never folded though, and an extra time winner by Eric Turcios secured the team another Northeast North trophy. Their opponent today is Beech Street FC of the New England South Conference. They make the trip from New Hampshire to Long Island after beating United Africa FC by a score of 2-0. We make room for the national anthem as you can hear it in the background. National anthem is out of the way. We can continue the intro. For Beech Street, it was payback against United Africa FC. It was the team that last defeated them earlier in the season. And goals from Jordan Misiri and Juma Hamisi sparked their vengeance. Hamisi is a man on fire, scoring in the team's last 3 games and looking to make it 4 in a row today. We have 2 teams today who are hungry for more. Keep it locked in on Game and Frame to see who advances to the round of 16 in just a couple of seconds. And we are just seconds away from kickoff here from the Central Islip Sousa Sports Complex on Long Island, New York, between the New York Renegades and Beech Street Football Club. In the UPSL round of 32, Renegades playing with home field advantage in this match. Clearly somebody didn't get the memo about wearing black, so we have pennies on one side and black jerseys for the New York Renegade. It is a very windy Sunday afternoon / evening here on Long Island. There's the whistle to get things going. Beech Street start with the ball first, and away we go with UPSL action on Game and Frame. Renegades get the ball early, and now we'll look to control some possession. We'll start with their lineup first, as we have Eric Edwards in net and a back four of Christian Garcia, OJ Bedward, Jason Solano and Francisco Flores to complete the back four. A midfield consisting of Samuel Cáceres, Milton Campos, and Oscar Rivas. And a front three of Sebastian Ruiz, Rodrigo Descalzo, and Dylan Woods. As Renegades have an early action here from set piece position, it'll be a corner for the home team. Ruiz with the honors for the cross into the box. There's a header from the defense. Rebound for Renegades. And now Beech trying to play from the back. Clear it on the second time around. Anywhere will do. That ball will find the stands. And Renegades will have a throw-in. The starting lineup for Beech will have David Hook in net. We have Danny Ibar, Damir Hamzik, Bilal Hersey, and Eduardo Fanduñana. Josue Asanta, Faisal Abdallah, and Alex Mutombo. And it looks like Juma Hamisi and Cedric Ishu will play up top. A sliding challenge there from Beech will allow possession to remain with Renegades from a throw-in position. Numbers will become more difficult to read from my vantage point, so apologies in advance if I don't give the Beech players their due credit. The pennies blocking their numbers. Here they're looking for some offense. I can see number 25 on possession right now, but that is given away over to OJ Bedouard, who's making his way up the pitch for Renegades. Lifts the ball up for Dylan Woods, I believe. No, Dylan Woods is having support there. The cross looking for Sebastian Ruiz, too strong. Will end up in the goal kick for David Hook. The wind will definitely play a factor in this match. It'll continue to be breezy all night long. We felt a few raindrops just as kickoff was about to start. I haven't felt much since then, so hopefully just a sprinkle here or there. Ball in the middle of the pitch is Samuel Cáceres battling for it. It lands for Beech. Number 13 on possession, that is Hersey. And now it's Asanta. Back to Hersey. Beech finished their season with the 5-win, 5-loss season, 4th place in the table, and they've managed to make their way all the way to the round of 32 of this illustrious tournament for the UPSL, facing one of the giants of New York in the New York Renegade. They finished in 3rd place in the table, had to battle through 2nd place New York Empire and 1st place New York Braveheart to get to this position, beat them both. And as I mentioned in the intro, did it with less than 11 men on the pitch in both cases. The man with the red card in last match was Junior Rosero, who also scored the first goal for Renegades, is not available for selection today. So they have a relatively new formation playing against Beech. There was Hersey playing it back to his teammate as they look to control possession, which will be of the highest importance against this high-pressing Renegades offense. Garcia intercepts that ball, will play back to Eric Edwards in net. Over to OJ Bedouard, Big 12. And Francisco Flores making himself of use. Over to Milton Campos, now looking for Dylan Woods, making a run up the pitch. Too strong to handle. It'll be a throw-in for Beech. I'll take the chance to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. things off to a bit of a slow start here for the first 5 minutes of the match. Once again, the conditions will be a factor, so probably teams just looking to get warm a bit, develop some chemistry in the early stages. And there's a beautiful ball by Samuel Cáceres, but it might be just too much to handle, and they do keep it inside, and it does result in a second corner for New York Renegades. Dylan Woods did an excellent job getting to that ball and forcing another set piece for the home team. Jason Solano also making his return to the team. Coming back from injury, he'll make himself a presence up on this corner along with Big 12 up top. In comes the corner, looking for a header. Defense to it first once again. Solano drops it down for take 2 of this corner. Ruiz looking to make his way around his defender, does so, but his cross gets blocked by the defense, and now Beech Street looking to play some counterattack offense here. They're doing well so far, looking for numbers and some support. That ball just a bit off target, looking for Bilal Hersey. Samuel Cáceres with the captain's armband for today's match, looking for Woods again. That time was intercepted. Now it's Eduardo Fandunyang, number 14 on the ball. This ball manages to get to Bilal Hersey. In come Oscar Rivas. And that is intercepted. Number 25 of Beech Street looking for support. And a sliding challenge by Solano, perfectly timed, will regain possession for Renegades as they look to make their way up the pitch with Woods. Woods has some speed to him, looking to get past the defender, making his way up, and it gets deflected once again for the third corner of the match. Eric Turcios was a superhero for Renegades in extra time versus Braveheart for the UPSL Northeast American North Final, winning them another trophy in their illustrious club history. And now they're looking for more. Along with UPSL action, they also have US Open Cup action still continuing, so Renegades with a very jam-packed schedule. And there's a clearance from the defense. Manages to make its way over to Woods. Here's Ruiz looking for another cross in the box. Flores chips it up, looking for Cáceres. Just too much to handle for him at that case. It'll be a goal kick, headed for hook. This is Hersey going up the pitch. Not on target. This is Solano playing over to his goalkeeper, Eric Edwards, who has a rocket of a foot that deflects into the Milton Campos' path. And now it's Francisco Flores. Campos with a heck of a play against Empire for the assist for Rosero's goal, which has started this postseason action for Renegades. A big time miss for this team as Rosero has 3 goals in his last 4 matches. That gets intercepted by Hersey. Excuse me, 4 goals in his last 3 matches for Rosero, but he won't be on the team today. Cáceres intercepts that ball, but then loses it over to Beech Street. Not able to keep it in play was Faisal Abdallah. We are now 10 minutes into the match. Still no score. No shots on target up to this point. We'll see how long that lasts. This Renegade squad, as many of you are aware, high-powered, plenty of goals, especially when they have 11 men on the field. There's our first foul of the match. Middle of the field will go in Renegade's favor. This Beech Street Soccer Club, coming from New Hampshire, also high-powered offense. Just were shut out once all season. And they're coming off a 2-goal performance against United Africa FC. Oscar Rivas, beautiful footwork to get past two, but gets intercepted on that pass attempt. Here comes another cross looking for the forward. Edwards on the edge of the box. Makes the easy intervention. Cáceres looking for Rodrigo up top and manages to find him. No offside flag. Rodrigo takes a shot and hook with the deflection just above the crossbar for the first major interception in the match. Will result in another corner for Renegades. Descanso with the curler, looking to put it past the keeper. And Descalzo giving the keeper props there with that beautiful save off the crossbar. May not be the only intervention from the keeper in this match. Ruiz will be taking corner number 4. Into the box it goes. It's a good one. Cáceres to it first. And it was only the second one that was needed, but an offside flag is raised. And it'll be a goal kick headed to Beech Street. Renegades getting closer and closer from their corner, taken from Ruiz. Beech Street has plenty of nationalities representing in their club. Many from African descent, like the Democratic Republic of Congo, Burundi, Nepal, Guinea, Ghana, and other European nations like Armenia and Ukraine, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Plenty of nationalities represented in this New Hampshire squad. A lot of talent as well. As I mentioned, Hamisi on fire. 3 goals in the last 3 games. But here comes Rodrigo for Renegades, takes another shot. This one gets blocked. And he gets a rebound here. Cáceres keeps it alive over to Ruiz. Ruiz puts it across inside the box. It'll go all the way to Francisco Flores, who keeps it in play. Now it is Campos. Campos playing it back to Solano, who lifts it up into the air. Rivas drops it down, but too strong for Garcia. And it'll remain ball and possession for the away team. Comes the throw in looking for number 25. Ever present in this match. Cáceres lifting it up, but intercepted by Beech Street. Eduardo playing it back. And now it's Asanta with the number 10 back to Eduardo. Back to Asanta. Well positioned is Renegades to intercept that ball. Good duel between both sides up to this point. Eduardo gets dispossessed on that occasion. Over to Rodrigo it goes. Rodrigo making a move. Rodrigo still looking for the run from Woods. Too strong. Will result in another goal kick for Hook. Beech Street looking to maintain possession. Flores trying to do otherwise. And that ball finds Rodrigo once again, who puts a cross into the box looking for Ruiz. Will have to be deflected away. And I believe it'll just be a throw-in on this occasion. It continues to blow and blow some more here on Long Island. And stick around for Game and Frame coverage as Pacific Freedoms faces Richmond County FC, 8 p.m. in the UPSL Metropolitan Conference. That game headed to you on the 16th, which is today. Later tonight at 8 p.m. And on the 23rd, Zoom Schneider faces this New York Renegades squad in the U.S. Open Cup 4th qualifying rounds. That'll take place 7 p.m. And the wind is making it impossible for the ball to be left in place. So the corner will have to be retaken. Here comes Ruiz's service into the box. There's a header, another flexion, another header, and Rivas scores the first goal of the game. Back and forth, the ball went in Renegades' favor, and Rivas was the final one to put the finishing touches for the first goal of the game for the home team. New York Renegades go up by a score of 1-0. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Renegades kept coming closer and closer off their corner kick positions. And this one, a great service from Ruiz who put it in a dangerous area. And after a couple of touches, it was Oscar Rivas who put it into the back of the net and puts the Renegades on top. Now Beech Street will be forced to look for a response. But right now it is Rodrigo pushing up, intercepted. Hook getting pressed on by Ruiz, and the pressure continues from Renegades as they now smell blood. Christian Garcia intercepts that ball and now gets cornered. And that looks to have deflected off of Garcia. It'll remain Beech Street ball. A long ball looking for the forward. Beech Street looking for some offense. The through ball was read well by Flores. And 20 minutes into the match, it is Renegades who lead. Looks at that ball. Did not go off the hand, which is what Renegades were looking for. That ball remains in play. Asanta continuing And now here comes an opportunity for Beech Street. Number 13 down the right side puts the ball into the box, straight into the hands of Edwards. Beech Street intercepts. And here comes Eduardo Fandunian. Lifted into the air once again. Beech Street looking more and more dangerous. And it looks like that was an illegal back pass, which is what the ref is calling for. Beech Street was looking for it, and they get the call in their favor. And this will be an indirect free kick from inside the box. You don't see this every day, ladies and gentlemen, but the referee determined that that was a back pass and not a deflection, in which the goalkeeper can catch the ball with his hands. So this is the situation we find ourselves in. The wall will be formed just outside of the inside box for the goalkeeper. And we'll see what the team from New Hampshire can come up with here. I don't even know if you ever planned for this in training, but nonetheless, Beech Street will have an opportunity to level up the scoring from this position. And there's a big wall of black jerseys all over the pitch. Here it comes. And another shot deflected once again. Renegades does well to hold their ground. So not out of harm's way here for Renegades. Now it looks like they are, because Ruiz is up the pitch and he has plenty of speed along with him. Descalzo gets the service, left side of the pitch. Descalzo puts it into the box. And a diving player from Renegades was looking for that ball. Put the keeper in danger and gets a free kick in favor of Beech Street. Renegades counterattack offense among the most dangerous you would find. That is the way they beat New York Empire when they were down to 9 men after the 23rd minute in the semis. A long kick for Beech Street. Cáceres to it first. Here's Eduardo. Over to Asanta, who goes down, gets a free kick. And they play it quickly. That was actually Faisal Abdallah who got the foul in favor. And here comes Eduardo. Over to Damir Hamsik it goes. Mutombo with the heavy touch. Keeps it in possession though. Hamsik again. And a sliding challenge by Rivas. But Hamsik gets to it first. And a sliding challenge by Solano prevents that pass getting through. Here's Hersey. Mutombo goes down, no foul called. And now Rivas looking for Descalzo, who was making the run. Once again, this win will continue all night long. Might have altered that pass on that occasion. Here's Eduardo. Descalzo goes down with the wild kick there by Eduardo. could be a dangerous area to give a free kick. Descalzo still on the ground. Three set up behind the ball, four even for Renegades. Ruiz stepping away. Descalzo takes it straight on, deflected by the wall, and it'll be another corner headed Renegades away. They scored from their last corner kick. Let's see what they can come up with here and how Beech Street will defend this possession. Plenty of options to choose from. Ruiz will take this once again. And it goes past everybody, looking for Cáceres in the back part of that offense setup. Asanta comes out on top. Abdallah making his way forward, gets past one, and now puts in the ball for number 25 to put it into the box. Does not get past the defender. And Cáceres is not able to connect with Campos. Josue Asanta over to Hersey. Hersey looking for Asanta, but Campos read that well, intercepted, and now Rivas over to Ruiz. It's a 2-on-2 action. Some more orange jerseys returning for support. Ruiz gets past his defender, takes a shot, and once again deflected out of bounds for another corner. Beech Street are yet to put a shot on target on Edwards, but they've only been shut out once all season. Can't expect that to continue for much longer, as Sebastian Ruiz will take this once again. Christian Garcia notices nobody's covering the short pass. He gets there, and Garcia puts in another cross into the box, and a leaping header from Solano is off target and only finds the parking lot, as David Hook will have another goal kick. Good heads up play by Garcia, not seeing anybody showing alertness to the short pass there. Hamsik sending it forward for number 25. Hersey. Actually, number 22, that is Juma Hamisi. My apologies for that. Not the clearest of numbers behind those pennies. Nonetheless, we are 30 minutes into the broadcast. 1-0 for Renegades after Oscar Rivas' goal. Garcia puts it in play for Ruiz. And Ruiz looking for Campos. Eduardo battling with Rivas, and Renegades come out on top. Campos making his way up, gets past one defender, timing the cross, and Hamsik is to it first. Ruiz looking to go on against Armisi. And now it goes to Rivas on the edge of the box, deflected into Milton Campus's way. And now over to Cáceres it goes, a long shot. And it bounces into the goalkeeper's hands, who makes a comfortable save. Solano goes down on the other end of the pitch. Looks like he'll need some attention. We know he's been battling injuries towards the end of the season, so this may or may not be related to that. (6-2-2) was the record at the end of the season for Renegades. Rare occasion they don't finish in the top 2 in the table, but they managed to work their way around that record to get into the round of 32 here in the national playoffs for the fall season. For Beech Street, they finished 5-0-5. But some big time wins towards the end of the season gave them the 4th place in the table, and they've done enough to get to this stage of the game and have battled well defensively against this Renegade squad to only allow the 1 goal on the set piece. Solano is walking gingerly towards the sideline. He may not be able to continue this game. It looks like Matthews Cariel has made his way onto the pitch. It looks like he will be the one taking over for Solano. And maybe Cáceres will return to his center back position. And Cariel will take the number 10 role in midfield. We play on here with David Hook, over to Hamsick. Garcia. Over to Descalzo. Looking to take on 2 defenders at once. Descalzo makes his way to the edge of the box, goes down, and no penalty called. It'll be a goal kick to David Hood, as I've been corrected here in the stands. Thank you very much for that. He plays it quickly to his defender, being pressed on by Oscar Rivas. Campos intercepts that ball and keeps it alive for Renegades. Beech Street looking to formulate some offense of their own and warm up the keeper. Here comes a ball looking for the forward, making his way up the pitch, but Big 12 is there too at first, and Edwards takes care of the rest, booting it to midfield. Beech Street looking to work with something here, but Cariel intercepts that ball, looking for Ruiz, who has tons of space on the left side. This is a 2-on-2. Ruiz continues, sees a run being made by Garcia, goes around it instead, and gets his shot blocked. And we'll have to see that go out of bounds for a goal kick. Chose against the pass from Garcia, making the overlapping run. And that too strong of a pass to handle will go back to Renegades. Cariel, no look pass over to Campos. Asanta intercepts. And now it goes over to Cedric Isho. Ten more minutes of regular time to go in the first half. Just the 1 goal separating these 2 teams. That came off the set piece, Oscar Rivas' goal. But here comes Hersey, looking to make some offense go Beech Street's way. Woods was looking to read that pass, but the defenders to it first. Danny Ibar. And here it comes, looking for a cross inside the box. And that'll dribble out of play for another throw-in headed Renegades away. The winner of today's match will face Capital City Islanders or Bowleys Athletic Club in the round of 16. A lot to go still in this early tournament action. Eduardo trying to thread the needle with that pass. Instead, will play it back for Ibar. That gets intercepted by Francisco Flores. And now he sees a run being made by Dylan Woods. They have some numbers here on offense. Woods has some speed to him as well. Looking to make a run on his defender. Goes down from an apparent challenge. Referee wants nothing of it. And we play on with Beech Street. Dylan is down holding his space, so ref is forced to put a stop to play for him to receive attention here. Not sure if it was a potential slap to the face or an elbow. The referee didn't see it at the time. Woods is back to one knee at least. Playing in the elevated position at right wing, which has often been held either by Angelo Quintanilla or Nicolas Vidal. Today it is Woods taking over. And he looks like he may be okay to resume. He will continue. We'll have to exit for a brief moment until the referee gives him the cue to come back into play. In the meantime, Renegades holding on to this 1-0 lead against Beech Street, making its way over from New Hampshire in the New England South Conference. This is Ibar. Over to Asanta. Hersey, a run is being made further up the pitch. Chooses against it. Here is Eduardo. Flores intercepts. He gets it second time around. Sees a run being made by Ruiz. And once again, too strong. It was going to be a goal kick until it went out of bounds instead for a throw-in for Beech Street. Not sure if that was an improper throw-in, but the ball will turn over to Renegades now. And Christian Garcia will put this into play. Looking for Ruiz now, and that gets intercepted. Garcia will have to play it second time around. And the wind continues to blow ferociously here on Long Island. There goes a challenge. Player goes down, and Beech Street will have a free kick. Still no shots on target on Eric Edwards up to this point. So being down just by the one goal may be a positive sight for Beech Street. Rivas though looking for Ruiz. Once again, not on the same page. Chilly conditions here from Sousa, not making it easy for either team. Here comes David Hood with the goal kick. The wind definitely blew it in his direction. Didn't get as much distance as he was looking for, and that gets intercepted there by the defense. Beech keep it in play. Hamisi. Abdallah not able to control that possession. And here is Ribas, the goal scorer of today's match, with a beautiful pass over to his supporting cast. And now it goes over to Dylan Woods. Woods takes a shot, and it is wide off target. Will be another goal kick. Hamsik. Milton Campos intercept. Rivas with the long distance strike. Off target once again. Everybody here on this half of the field, as it's going to be difficult to get it in the opposing half with the wind blowing in this direction. Santa does well to avoid the challenge incoming. Eduardo keeps it alive, and now it goes to Hamisi. Good move there by Bilal to keep it going in Beech Street's favor. This is Hamsik. Santa making his way up the pitch. Sees a run being made by Abdallah. Abdallah continues, almost threads the needle for his teammate there, but a crucial intervention by Cáceres puts a halt to that offensive possession. And we have just 2 more minutes remaining in regular time between Renegades and Beech Street Football Club in the round of 32 of the UPSL National Fall Playoffs. Here comes a cross into the box and kept in play there by Renegades for the clearance. Beech Street looking more and more dangerous in the closing minutes of this first half. Eduardo. Ooh, nice footwork there to get around 2 tackles. Looking to get past the third. Instead, they'll have another throw in to work with. You'd like to at least end the half with a shot on target. A long throw and into the box it goes. It bounces, but only Ruiz was there. And Ruiz will look to use his speed to get around his defender and looks over to Cariel. And Cariel not able to connect with Ruiz. It'll remain on this side of the pitch. Hersey putting it in play for Asanta. Ooh, and Asanta, lovely footwork there as well. Gets past the second defender, and there is Christian Garcia to meet him and put a halt to that possession. And that goes off of Cariel. And there's a shot, and Abdallah. There's the shot they were looking for, and it is wide off target over the crossbar. And some words being exchanged here. I think Mutombo was the player that went down, and he clearly didn't get the call he was looking for. Nonetheless, we play on here. Over to Rivas it goes. And once again, Beech Street getting possession back. We are now into extra time here as the 45 minutes are down. We'll see how much time is added by the referee. That throw-in goes into Eduardo's direction. Eduardo sees a run being made down the right side of the pitch. Still here it is Bilal, number 13, looking to curl it inside the box. And it lands to Bilal once again. Eduardo keeps it alive. Good footwork shown here, gets deflected. And Mutombo is there, and then an offside flag is raised. A player is down. Not sure if it was the foul or the offside flag that put a halt to that play, but nonetheless, the attacking possession ends for Beech. And it looks like Cáceres is the player that is down. Beech ending the half very well. Not sure just how much time is going to be added from the main official, but we are now into the second minute of extra time. That ball must feel like a sphere of cement right now with the cold weather here on Long Island. And there's the whistle that'll take us into the break. New York Renegades lead by a 1-0 behind Oscar Rivas' header on the corner kick put in play by Sebastian Ruiz. Just the one goal separating these two teams in a chilly central Islip weather here in the UPSL round of 32. We'll be back with the second half in just a couple of minutes on Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And we are back here on Game and Frame to bring you the second half of New York Renegades versus Beech Street Football Club. There is the whistle that gets things going for the second half as Renegades enter the break, leading by just the 1-0, courtesy of Oscar Rivas' header. And that is the only goal separating these two teams. Renegades in possession for most of the first half, but Beech Street finished the end of the first half with some good and key chances at equalizing, but it wasn't to be, and they still have plenty of life here. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they've only been shut out once all year, all season that is, so can't rule out the idea of them getting a goal at some stage in the game. Right now, Hamisi mishit that. He is the man you want on the ball as he has a goal in 3 straight games for Beech Street. I am not aware of any changes for the second half between either roster, but if we notice it, we'll bring that to you here from a very chilly central islip. Wind has been blowing from the start of this game and will continue into the end of the game. Many passes, many goal kicks altered by the wind. So we'll see how that affects these two teams for the second half as well. Flores is wide open down this right side. They find him here. And now he's looking for the run being made by Dylan Woods. Good intervention there from the defender. And he kicks it as far as Francisco Flores. Renegades continue. A run being made here. There's a ball across the box, and there's a second goal of the match for New York Renegades. It is Rodrigo Descanso who puts the finishing touch into the back of the net. And just 2 minutes into the second half, Renegades have doubled their lead against Beech Street. I believe that ball was put into the danger zone by Christian Garcia, the left back who plays in a much advanced position whenever he has the opportunity. And on that occasion, it paid off. The hill just got tougher to climb here for New Hampshire's Beech Street Football Club. Not the way they wanted to resume play in the second half, allowing a goal within the first 2 minutes. And Ruiz is looking for more. He hands it off to Garcia. Garcia gets past the defender. Eduardo was there to meet him though. Eduardo looking to switch the field over, but not on the same page. That will go out of bounds for a Renegades throw-in. And it goes for Rodrigo, looking for the run of Woods. That goes off of Rodrigo. Rodrigo goes down. Rodrigo is looking to force the referee to stop play by dragging himself back onto the pitch, but the main official saw that and tells him to either get off the field or get back to his feet. Isha over here, keeping the possession alive for Beech Street. That cross too strong will go out of play. And now Rodrigo will get the attention he was looking for. may need to get the physio involved after that 50-50 challenge earlier. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. The back and forth continues here. Number 19, Christopher Pinkham, is the one going back and forth with Descalso, taking exception to the time-wasting tactics, it looks like. And Beech Street looking to form some offense here. It goes off of Woods. And they'll continue with possession here in the opposing half. Pinkham, long throw in, goes towards the goalkeeper, and Edwards will see that go out of bounds for another goal kick. Edwards plays it quickly, and now it's Cáceres, who took over center back duties after Jason Solano was forced out due to injury in the first half. Continues Renegades ball. Cariel looking to force it in Ruiz's direction. Good play there by the Beech footballer. Over to Eduardo it goes, and now it's Pinkham. This is Ibar. That gets intercepted by Rivas. And now it goes over to Descalso, looking for the run being made down the left side of the pitch. And a foul is called eventually. It'll be a free kick for Renegades. If I'm not mistaken, Pinkham started on the bench in this game, so looks like he was a second half sub and has got himself involved early in the second half. Gadiella with the free kick duties. Also Cáceres approaching. He takes a shot and it dribbles past the goalkeeper for goal number 3. Samuel Cáceres makes it 3-0 for Renegades. Hood made the diving effort, but it was hit with some power from distance, and Cáceres was able to beat the goalkeeper to his post. Renegades now up by a score of 3-0. The pressure is mounting now on the team from New Hampshire. They'll need to pick it up a notch here if they want to have any hopes of mounting a comeback. Cáceres takes it quickly, but the wind pushes it in the direction of the defender for Beech Street. Abdallah looking to put pressure on the defense. And here comes Beech. And here comes an opening for Hamisi. Hamisi one-on-one, and Edwards makes himself big. And the first real intervention by the goalkeeper results in a save. And he keeps the clean sheet hopes alive. And now this bounces in Descalzo's direction. And Descalzo goes down. Hamisi was the player you wanted that ball to land to. 3 goals, last 3 games. Almost made it 4. But Eric Edwards had other ideas. And now it's Bedward over to Garcia, looking at the run for Ruiz, who's making his way up the pitch. Ruiz gets there. Ruiz puts it across the box for Descalzo. Descalzo shoots, and it's off the crossbar. It lands for Woods. Take 2 for Descalzo, and there it goes! If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Rodrigo Descalzo makes it 4-0 for Renegades. Somehow the ball found the forward. Off the crossbar was the first attempt, and he couldn't miss from that position in the box again. A brace for Rodrigo, and it's now 4-0 for the home team. It's an unfortunate collapse for Beech, having only allowed the 1 goal in the first half. Hamisi almost gave a goal back to his team, but Edwards' save and a well-powered offense makes it 4-0 for Renegades, and they're continuing to look for more. Gadiel not able to control that pass, but he recovers well to maintain possession for Renegades. Milton Campos with the ball looking for Flores. Ibar deflects it into Hood's path. And I'll have to see it go out of play for a throw-in. And it looks like a sub will be made for Renegades as they look to cement their position in this game. Actually, it looks like it is Beech that is making the substitution here. Cáceres goal. And Rodrigo Descalzo brace in the second half has made it a 4-0 lead for Renegades. And the players down on the pitch for Renegades as well. Dylan Woods looks to be exiting the pitch for the sub that is going to be taking place. Looks like it is Nicolas Vidal that is going to provide some more offensive reinforcement. And stay tuned to Game and Frame later tonight at 8 p.m. It is Pancifian Freedoms facing Richmond County FC in the UPSL Metropolitan Conference. Next week, Zoom Schneider FC faces this New York Renegade squad at 7 p.m. for US Open Cup 4 qualifying action. All the games you can find on Game and Frame this weekend and next. This is Hamisi looking for Abdallah. Abdallah gets past one defender, which is Cáceres. And now he gets past OJ Bedward, but he slips and falls. And now it is Vidal making himself present after coming on as a sub. Gets taken down by Eduardo. Here's Campos. Street intercepts. Quintanilla looks to have also come onto the pitch, and he plays it in favor for his teammate Ruiz. Angelo Puerto Quintanilla sporting the number 11. That play is over to Samuel Cáceres. A goal to his name for him. Also for Oscar Ribas on the ball, passing it on to Vidal. Vidal gets a back pass. Eduardo intercepts for Beech Street. And now Cáceres showing help for Edwards. Instead, Edwards chooses to go with Vidal. Vidal over to Flores. Flores will use his speed to get past one defender. And Ibar recovers just in time to get possession back for Beech Street. Cariel sees the run being made by Garcia, and an intervention there by the defender forces the play out of bounds. And more subs will now be taking place for Renegades. About 17 minutes down in the second half, Renegades have scored 3 more goals in that time frame to make the score 4-0 in the round of 32 action of the UPSL fall playoffs. I believe Ruiz and Cáceres are the men to be sacrificed for the subs entering the pitch. Turcios, the hero in the last game, is one of the players that enters. So is Javon Wa, number 31. And here is Wa, letting it go back all the way to the goalkeeper. That pass intercepted. Now it's the team in orange, Hamisi on the ball, gets taken down by Bedouin challenge. They keep it alive though. Here comes a shot, and here comes a goal! Beech Street get a goal back, and it is now 4-1. First stage is down, get a goal back for the team from New Hampshire. And while it still is a big hill to climb, it just got a little more easy. With 1 goal in their favor, it is now 4-1 Renegades. Oscar Ribas will be subbed off, and in his place comes in Kilmar Campos for some defensive reinforcement here. Bedouin was the player to give away that ball, and it resulted in Beech Street's first goal of the match. Another game not shut out for this team that has a lot of heart with them. The wind continuing to blow ferociously here on Long Island. Nico Vidal gets past one defender looking to play it for Turcios. The intervention from Pinkham forces a play out of bounds here. I don't know how there are players on this pitch with short sleeves, how they can survive this wind, but Vidal puts in a cross, and there's a flag raised from an offside, I believe. Nonetheless, that shot was wildly off target, It'll remain Beech ball, and they have some life. There's 25 minutes left in this game. Anything can happen. Renegades 3 goals in the second half all occurred within 15 minutes of the whistle. Pinkham playing over to Hamsik. And here they go with Isho. Isho up the pitch he goes, making the move, gets past 2 defenders, and an intervention there. The ball lands in Beecher's favor though. Eduardo with the cross, looking for Hamisi, but too strong, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. Edwards' kick finds Garcia, and now though goes over to Cariel. Cariel lifts it up, too strong for Quintanilla to get to. Pinkham playing it back to Hood. Here's Kelmar Campos making himself present over to Cariel. It goes. Turcio playing it back for Campos. Strong touch there. Asanta keeping it alive now for Beech Street as they looking for some bit of life here in this game for the second half. Eduardo now over to Beech Street it goes. And now Isho running down this side, looking for support. Hamisi on the ball though, takes a shot. And it is blocked by a diving Bedouard. Now it's Vidal for Renegades. Looking to take on a couple of orange jerseys. Asking for Turcios to make his way inside. Gets past the 1 defender. Vidal still, but gives it away now. And this is Hamisi. Over to Isho. There's a run to be made here. Isho goes down with the sliding challenge by Kilmar. These two teams playing for the chance to face off either Capital City Islanders or Bally's Athletic Club in the round of 16 of the UPSL Fall Playoffs 2025. Christopher Pinkham is a player who sets up behind the ball. It'll be very courageous if he goes straight on. It looks more likely that a cross will be put inside the box from this free kick position. Still waiting on the referee signal. There's a whistle. There is a cross, and the wind may have blown that even further away for another goal kick headed Eric Edwards' way. It is 4-1 for Renegades. We have about 20 minutes left in the second half. Milton Campos will exit the pitch as another sub is to be made for Renegades. Linares emphasizing healthy legs here as Renegades have such a jam-packed schedule with the regular season, the playoffs, and US Open Cup action. Number 13, Mauricio Quintanilla enters the pitch for Renegades. And now Eric Turcio is making his way up the pitch. Long strides there from the forward. He has Quintanilla to choose from. And now he goes to Nico Vidal instead. Vidal jumps it perfectly on his feet. Vidal cuts inside. Vidal takes a shot. And it bounces into the hands of the goalkeeper Hood. Here's Christian Garcia. Goes down the middle of the pitch. The finals of the UPSL tournament will be held between January 30th and February 1st. Quintanilla takes a long distance shot. Bounces into the hands of Hood once again. Cariel intercepts that ball. And that was too strong of a pass. Hamsik reads it well. And unfortunately, Beech Street not able to maintain possession in the last few. Goes over to Francisco Flores. Here's Javon Watt. Second half sub playing it on to Cariel. And here comes his speeding forward. Angelo Quintanilla, another shot, another diving save from Hood. Just the one goal in the first half, and we've had 4 in the second. Renegades lead 4-1 behind goals from Oscar Rivas. Descalzo has a brace, and Samuel Cáceres had the free kick to start things going in the second half. Hamisi intercepts that ball. He chooses Isho. And here is Josue Asanta. Over to Hamisi. Hamisi looking to thread the needle with that pass. Instead, it'll go all the way out of bounds for a goal kick. And a yellow card is shown to Eric Edwards as the referee figures he's time wasting. I believe that is the first yellow of the match. And Edwards takes it quickly over to Wah. Now Garcia lifting it up in Cariel's direction, who drops it well. And now is a pass looking for Angelo Quintanilla. Ibar intercepts. And now here is Isho over to Hamisi looking to pass over to Asanta. Asanta still. Asanta goes down. And a Renegades clearance. Vidal using that speed in his favor. Vidal now over to Cariel. And now it's Garcia over to Eric Turcios. That gets intercepted by Eduardo. And it finds all the way back to Edwards. $15 minutes to go now in the second half. A 3-goal lead for Renegades. Beech managed to get a goal back. But there's still a lot of work to be done if they're looking for a comeback in this game. Here's Isho. Quintanilla goes down from that challenge, but ref says play on as Garcia is making his way up the pitch. Garcia looking to find Turcios. Too strong that time. And now here's Eduardo with tons of space. Looking to find a Santa. Kilmar over to Quintanilla. A lot of space in this midfield, going both ways. He finds Vidal down the right side and not on the same page with Puerto. And now here's the Santa. And Vidal recovers to make that key intervention. Bit of frustration here from Renegades as they're looking to get all on the same page with these second half subs. Josue on the ball once again. And Mauricio Puerto now. Vidal teasing the run down the right side. He chooses to go to the left instead with Turcios. Goalkeeper is out of position and Turcios will keep that in play. Tumble over to Hamisi. His goal streak looking to come to an end unless he can find something in the last 10 plus minutes of this match. Cariel sees the run by Garcia and he finds him. Garcia up the pitch he goes and puts across the box. Not able to connect with Puerto on that occasion for his second assist of the game. "12 more minutes of regular time to go for one of these teams to secure their spot in the round of 16 of the playoffs. Eduardo has shown some class here today and lovely footwork on occasion. Every kick in that direction has been altered by the wind. Bit of frustration here from Edwards for some reason. Him and the referee go back and forth. His cleat is off. And they'll work on getting that back on for play to resume here. From Central Islip Sousa Sports Complex between the New York Renegades and Beech Street Football Club. The team making its way down here from the New England South Conference. And Renegades has put 3 past them in the second half for a 4-1 lead. Both teams wearing black. As you can see, that is the reason for the pennies for the away team. Has been made it a little difficult to read those numbers behind those pennies, but we try to bring the best broadcast we can here on Game and Frame. As the wind continues to blow, and I still feel some raindrops here and there, but thankfully it's been relatively dry for most of this match. You can stick around for post-match interviews, which will take place after the final whistle. We'll likely get some words from Coach Boris Linares, and who will speak on the passing of his father. That was a big loss here for the Renegades community. Papa Renegades, as they call him. We send our condolences to the Linares family. This game has been ever so special for them, as well as last week's thriller against Braveheart, which put them in this position. That pass gets intercepted by Garcia. Into Angelo Quintanilla's direction it goes. And now looking for Mauricio Puerto. That gets deflected away. But Flores gets to it first, and now he finds Vidal looking to make his way down inside the box. He goes, cutting outside. And now an intervention from the defender. But it is still Renegades ball here. Kilmar. Javon Noir all the way back to Edwards, who I believe changed his cleats. And boots it up the pitch. Turcios now. We have about 7 minutes to go of regular time, plus whatever will be added from the referee. Dangerous ball there. Asanta recovers though. This is Pinkham. Beech Street still looking to get another goal back to make this a very interesting last 5 minutes or so of this match. But there goes Cariel, who intercepts. Beech Street win it back with Eduardo. Here's Josue Asanta. Over to Hamisi. Actually, Hamisi is inside the box waiting for the ball to get in his direction. Eduardo cutting inside, but Vidal makes a crucial intervention. Looks like he plays with the battery pack in his back every time he sees the pitch. Isho now. Now it's Hamisi. Hamisi playing it on for his forward. And there's a shot. A diving Edwards, second time around, is able to control that ball. But one of the rare occasions in which Beech Street was able to put a shot on target in this match. Vidal again. Too strong for Quintanilla. Hamisi over to Hersey. Bilal Hersey. Cross on the edge of the box it goes. And here's a shot inside the box. It gets deflected away for the first corner of the second half for Beech Street. Might be the first corner of the game for them as well. That pass was too strong for Pinkham, but he recovers in time to maintain possession. And he gets fouled eventually. Quintanilla recovers for Renegades. Play on, says the referee after that challenge. Vidal sprinting up the pitch as he so often does. And Asanta comes back to make a challenge, and it'll result in another free kick headed Renegades' way and a yellow card being shown to Asanta. Now less than 4 minutes to go in this match. Renegades defending home turf here with the 4-1 lead. Quick it goes. Eduardo not giving up in this game. This is Christian Garcia. And now Javon looking to send it over in Vidal's direction. A little over 2 minutes to go of the 90 between Renegades and Beech Street Football Club here from the centralized of Sousa Sports Complex on this breezy and chilly Sunday evening. I'm going to race home after this game and get some hot cocoa, warm myself up with the heater. But for now, we'll see the finishing touches of this game as there's a free kick middle of the pitch in Renegades' favor. Renegades looking to make another deep run into the playoffs as they routinely do. This year, under a bit of different circumstances, as you're used to them finishing first and or second, battling with Braveheart season after season. This year they finished in third place, but somehow they still managed to find themselves in familiar territory after beating Braveheart and beating Empire as well, who edged them over on goal differential for second place. A sub is made for Beech Street Football Club. Bedward here trying to keep that in play, and he's not able to do so. He boots it away. That has to be a yellow card, and it will be. And we'll need another ball here for this corner to be taken. A bit of a clean game this was. 2 yellow cards for time wasting on Renegades and 1 yellow for Beech Street SC. Morris Linares must be a bit of relief not to see a player sent off in this match, as they had been in the last 2. And here's a strong tackle and free kick. Hamisi takes it quickly. And now here's a shot opportunity as it curls. And just behind the post it goes. Not enough of those chances today. Renegades, a promising sight, scoring 4 goals in this match without their star forward, Junior Rosero, who was the player sent off in the last match. Vidal, beautiful touch there off the goal kick. Over to Kilmar Campos it goes, back to Vidal, threads the needle. Vidal still with tons of energy behind those legs, and so is Eduardo here for Beech Street. Over to Hersey it goes. There's a challenge by Bedouer, no foul called by the referee, and Bedouer will make his way up the pitch from the defensive position. He sees a run being made by Turcios, and Turcios still has legs behind him as well. Pinkham with the intervention, and does well to conserve a goal kick into the first minute of extra time we are. Another sub is going to be made. And it'll be Eduardo thought it was going to be him. Instead, it'll be number 3, Danny Ibar. That'll make room for the substitution to take place. Abdallah over to Pinkham. Pinkham gives the ball away. Cariel recovers, and it goes into the direction of Eduardo. Over to Isho. Isho still. Bedouer will boot it as far as he can, and that may find the parking lot, and we'll need another ball to be put into play here. Final minutes of this match between Renegades and Beech Street Football Club. Into the box it goes. Brian Medrano, number 4, is a player that came on as a sub. And a wild shot goes wildly off target there for Eduardo. This is Vidal. Vidal with speed gets past 2 defenders. Vidal continues making his way forward. 3-toe pass, manages to find his way over to Turcios, who will maintain possession. And Vidal wasn't able to control that this time around, but advances in Angelo Quintanilla's direction. And now they look to send the ball forward for Mauricio Puerto, not able to get to him on that occasion. Still Beech Street is fighting. Good move by Abdallah, and a nice side challenge by Kilmar Campos. Hersey. Hersey still. Deflects into Salvador Barawani, number 7's direction. And here is Eduardo, will attempt the shots. And it is wide off target. There is the final whistle for the final nail in the coffin. Renegades secures a 4-1 victory behind goals from Oscar Rivas, Samuel Cáceres, and Rodrigo Descalzo. 4-1 victory for Renegades as they move into the round of 16 of the UPSL Fall 2025 playoffs. We'll have the post-match interview here in just a couple of minutes, so stay tuned as we'll bring that to you next on Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Francis Argueta here for Game and Frame after New York Renegades 4-1 victory over Beech Street Football Club. Here with Rodrigo Descalzo and Coach Boris Linares. We'll start here with Rodrigo, who had a brace in the second half to power Renegades through. Guys, your first half was just a 1-goal performance, but the second half you guys managed to pick it up. 3 goals within the first 15 minutes. What was working in the second half for you guys?
Yes, in the first half it was working, but in the last meters we were having a little bit of trouble there. And when we got into the locker room, we get all together and we talk inside and say, guys, we have to kill these guys in the first minutes of the second half, because if not, then it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be 1-0. If they tie, it's gonna be a war, and we are more team than them. So we have to come strong in the second half, and it's what we did. And thanks God that in 15 minutes we scored 3 goals and we finished the game early.
And what was personally working for you with 2 of those goals were from you? So what did you see on the pitch that worked in your favor? That second goal went out the crossbar. You got it second time around. What was working for you the second half?
Yeah, I think I was in the right place in the right moment. The guys in the sides did the job. So in the first goal, Garci made a great run, a great overlap with Sebas, and he crossed the ball, and I only had to finish 1 meter from the goal. And in the second one, Sebas made a great play, and he passed it back to me, and I missed. But life gave you second chances, and they gave me the second chance, and I can help the team with that second goal.
There you go. All right, and Coach, this win was extra special for you, obviously, with the passing of Papa Renegades, as you guys called it.
Yeah.
What did this win mean personally for you and for the team?
It means everything, you know. I lost my rock, so it's been a tough week, you know, and shout out to my sister, my mother, watching. But yeah, this one was dedicated to him. I think from here on in this season, everything is to him. And it was an emotional, you know, the guys are stepping up. So it's been one of those things where, you know, the guys know what I'm going through. And, you know, a lot of the guys knew him, like Rodo knew him. So it's been tough, but, you know, the team is very focused. And we're trying to win this whole thing, 1 game at a time. So that's basically what we've been doing.
And it does feel like that presence was felt throughout your team, especially with this performance today, last week against Braveheart as well. Now you move into the round of 16. You're waiting to see who your next opponent is. What is the message for your team moving forward?
Stay focused. You know, it's been the thing that we've been always. I think has hurt us in the past is the lack of focus, which this season has been more. We've been the more focused, united team. Working hard towards what we're doing, you know. I told them, like, look, we've been on the hunt for this. You know, everybody came at us this season. We've had the bullseye, whether it be here or U.S. Open, and you've always rose to the challenge. And now the next challenge is looking ahead and putting our best foot forward, you know, not only for us, but for the Northeast, because, you know, you've been here, you've been covering it, and the soccer on this side has been, you know, evolving to be a strong conference. And this is not only for us, it's for our conference to represent it and show, you know, that the UPSL American East is not the Special Olympics, as, you know, they try to say. And those teams that did say that, they paid the price, right? So, and how we look at it is, you know, we feel that we're a great team, and now we just have to go out there and show our stuff. So what we're going to make it is, you want to beat us, you really have to, you know, find a way, because it's going to be tough with us, you know. We're going to fight for every goal. We're going to defend like we're supposed to defend. And, you know, we accept any challenge at this point. It really is. It's about staying focused, play our game. You know, at halftime we did some adjustments to give Rodrigo some space. You know, moved up to number 10. It was a simple solution, you know, moving him up. And that changed the game. And that's what we're going to do, you know. Same as the players, I ask of the players, I ask of myself and my coaching staff. You know, when we go in, we go in and make the quick adjustments and execute. That's the point, that we have to always be mindful and trying to get better. That's what we have to do, just try to get better.
You heard it here first, folks. Renegades advanced 4-1 in a breezy and chilly Sunday evening. They'll face the winner, Capital City Islanders and Baywood Athletic Club. So we'll see that next. For Renegades, they win 4-1 against Beech Street Football Club. Francis Argueta here for Game and Frame, signing off. We'll see you again next time.
Josh, send him because he's my good luck charm, all right?
You heard it here first, Josh. We'll be there in Jersey. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you.